back to MBP Fishing. Sweet, welcome back to our channel. Yes, this is our channel, folks. This is our channel. Appreciate you guys coming in. I'm sorry about the late start today. I just barely got out of that. Had a lot of stuff to keep up with around the house. Moving everything is keeping me very busy. Anyway, let me get some bait on these rods, and I got my backup on cell phone here, and I can hit that cat as soon as I can get her going. Hope you guys enjoy the show today, my friends. Temperature's about 65, 68 degrees. It's not super hot. It's not super cold either. So, and of course, we've got a little bit of breeze coming from the next direction. So, got the wind block up. Got the big rod out, and small one. You guys enjoy the show. Good enough for first cast. One of our big rod, and let's get our smaller rod out here. And just baited up the spot with a little bit of corn here. Hopefully get some feeding fish in here. Just getting the rods out now. I know this is about 2 hours later than what I usually do, but I was very busy at home. I debated on whether or not even to go out. After working my butt off, I figured, what the heck, I might as well go out fishing. I had a little bit of energy, just enough to get down here. Sometimes that's all you need to get out fishing after a hard day's work. Just get out and put the line. Golly, right already. Dang, dude. Man, these guys are. Got him. Got him. That's our first fish of the day. That's a nice first rub. Yeah, these guys put up a fight, too. That's our first one, solid 2.5, 3 pounds. This is on our big rod. Could be the day I get to land a lot of nice ones on our big rod for once. That's our first fish of the day, folks. First fish, first cast. Gorgeous guy. Beautiful, my friends. All right, our camera angle is. Well, let me check here. That's been getting on my nerves recently again. Getting that camera feed right off. So we're to the, as long as we stay to the right of the bucket, we should be fine. So right here is where our camera feed is. Oddly enough, I mean, the camera's pointed in that direction, yet at the same time it's right here. I don't get that. He's not happy. Man, that one of them. Knocked my thumb off. Alright, folks. Yep. Gorgeous fish, folks. Gotta love it, my friends. Didn't take us long. First cast. And these guys they're really active. Alright, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wake up fishing. And they always take a minute. Oh, there he goes. He's confused. Freshwater drum don't do so good in shallow water. Let me get this one back out. Get this one out. And we even got rods. Went over dry. That was a good pull bite. Had a dozen night crawlers and 100 redworms. I was debating whether or not to go out today at all, and I dug a dozen night crawlers so easily today. I was like, yeah, I save the energy, might as well go out fishing. Might as well go. No better place than to spend your time, spare time, than out here fishing. One good thing about this big rod, I don't have much trouble getting going. You know, no tap, and that something goes right through that. Right through the front. Smaller rods, those garden variety night crawlers, they can come with weather sometimes. You have trouble getting the hook through. Those guys, not so much. Alright. We are ready. And here we are, folks. Here we are. 14 people in. I see 13 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you. 20 people in now. Get back to chat here. Let's see, Coffee. Coffee Cake, what's going on? How you doing, Coffee Cake? Coffee Cake says MBP, hi. Let's see if Beer Coops is in the house. What's going on, Beer Coops? How you doing today, my friend? And Dan, what's going on? How you doing, Dan? Dan says, hey, bro. And hey, everyone. Coffee Cake says hi, Pierre. Coffee Cake says hi, Dan. Let's see, Pierre says hi. Let's see, Tank, what's going on? How you doing today, Tank? That's good. And you don't mind now. Partial. Partial, right? Right. Dan says, big cat on the cat rod today. Yep. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. Those big night crawlers are in about 8 or 10 feet of water. There's always some big blue cat and flathead that kind of sneak in here to try to grab one of those grass carp that might have been stunned. Those grass carp aren't native to this river. So they can get beat up pretty good. They're an easy meal for a big old cat. XM, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? XM with the thumbs up. Coffee Cake says, that train seems quiet. I have a wind block on, number one, and number two, a lot of times it's just the engines that make a lot of noise. See, Ed, what's going on? How you doing today, Ed? It says, Mike, good afternoon. Coffee Cake says, nice catch. XM says, heck yeah, good fish. Okay, that was our first cast down here. Just wait until we get these grass carp and carp and big guys to start moving in. Come on, it says nice. It says Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake says Ed. Davis, what's going on? How you doing, Davis? It says, hey, MVP in chat. Of course, a lot of times they're going to hit my light rod, which is always fun. I can have both rods like right by each other, and then one hit that one. See, Mahad, what's going on? How you doing, Mahad? Mahad says hi. See, Danny, what's going on? How you doing, Danny? He says hi, my brother. How you doing today, Danny? Let's see, Mahad with the hi emojis. Let's see, Danny says, and thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. By the way, PayPal and Cash App's linked in my description on my main channel. If you want to donate, support the channel, it's okay. If you do, if you don't, it's fine. I just like to mention it once a week. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That is free. If that's free. Odd with the I don't want to look emojis. I see Miss Giggy, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Giggy? Miss Giggy says hi and welcome in, everyone. Odd says hi. Danny Mahad says, hi brother, how are you? I'm doing okay, my friend. A lot of work today, you know, finishing up, getting those last few things packaged up and bagged up for the move. My landlord is putting that back another day. I have to get my cats. Yeah, that's the last thing I have to really, because they are going to be hard to move, folks. God says, here, fishy. Dan says, hi, Danny. 20 people in and 23 thumbs up. Hi, Spawn, what's going on? How you doing, Spawn? One says, hello from Hungary. 21.08. We might be getting a bite on that. I'm wondering why it's black out there. No, it feels fine. Might just be drifting a little bit. That's very possible. It'll do that sometimes. Even with the bigger weight, all you need is the right undertow to pick up any weight down here. See mostly what's going on. How you doing, mostly? Mostly says, good luck, MVP. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it. See, Solo Texas. Solo Texan says, double tap that screen, folks. Yes, sir, just double tap her. Only takes a second. Solo. Solo says, hello, Danny. See, Danny says, hi, Solo. Hope you guys can hear me okay. I did push the camera back a little bit. I thought I was a little bit close on the last live feed. Yeah, I thought we were just a little bit close, so I don't know. Probably my paranoia. I thought probably had it right. Danny. See, Honeycutt, what's going on? How you doing, Honeycutt? Honeycutt says hi. It says hi, Danny. See you, Miss Mon. Mar says Solo Texan in the building. See, Miss Daisy, what's going on? How you doing today, Daisy? I am so sorry I missed your morning live feeds. I haven't been actually waking up until about 8:30 or 9 o'clock every morning. So it's been a rush to get out here. Yeah, my landlord's been all night keeping me up. Don't tell him if Mark comes on. Keep that quiet. Hey, Mike. It says mostly. So it says welcome, everyone. Yeah, we did a purge, Miss Daisy. Got a post all popped off. Damn. That one was a nice one. Just missed it. Tell you what, let me check our hook. Make sure these. Yeah. Feels okay. She's sticking to that finger pretty good, so I think we're okay. Now, I do have a knot on my line. It's got great. That's a knot around the knot. How did that happen? Well, that shouldn't bother the line. That's a knot. That the tag end tied a knot around the line. That's weird. So we're keeping an eye on that big cat rod. That's got a big night crawler on it. It's probably almost 8 or 10 inch long night crawler on that sucker. Man, people have been fishing this overnight. It smells like garlic down here. Sheesh. What heck of a scent down here, folks. Yep, garlic worms are okay for carp and channel catfish. They're not great for blue cat. They work better in like lakes and the river. Now, neon night crawlers work pretty good because they're actually just natural. They just got the that extra like green neon stuff in them to make them glow a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think that one's working right. It just keeps drifting back. Look at that. That bait is clean. Nice. That's why it didn't get a bite, folks. It got eaten. Yeah, they do that a lot down here, folks, where you're wondering why you're not getting a bite, and chances are that bait's gone. I didn't see a bite. I just kept seeing her go slack. All right, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's, instead of putting that nitro on, gobbed on, let's get this on there. Put that head up a bit and push that tag end down more, so you've got just that tiny little piece of a sliver will work. The way if something grabs onto that, then I'll get a hook. That's where I wanted to cast the last time. All that. I have normal current today. She's pushing me down to the right. She's pushing me down to the left. You guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Hope you're having an awesome day. And I'm sorry, Miss Daisy, for missing your morning live feeds. I've been sleeping in. Yeah, my landlord is a actual a viewer and a subscriber. And it says, Miss Tiki, good afternoon. Let's see, Dan says, 2 wrenches have been given out. Yeah, I only want to give out about 5 wrenches a day, 4 or 5 live feeds for about the first month. You know, just to give YouTube a chance to reset all that stuff. After that, then we'll start giving out giving a lot of wrenches. Those 5 a day are going to be coming in to the people that come in, you know, that stay in the longest, that come in the quickest, that are most active in chat. And Danny has access to my YouTube account, so he can check people that have been most active in chat. And you do get points for watching short feeds too on that stuff. Danny says, hi, Gimmon. He says, hi, Ed. See, Pierce says, Danny. Miss Daisy, how's it going, Mike? Going okay. We got 1 freshwater drum so far. Had the bait torn off of this one. We're just getting started, folks. 34 people in and 32 thumbs up. Incredible, my friends. Let's see here. Miss Daisy says hi, Ed. Dan says, I'm going to get a shower, hopefully, Mike. We'll be grinding in the camera with a double finger tap on back. I saw that. I'm checking on it. Oh, stupid Bailey took over. We got him, folks. Bailey took over on him. Yeah, this one's another nice freshwater drum. Another nice freshwater drum. Solid 2 pounds. Another nice one, folks. Number 2. Number 2. Yep, our camera feed is right to the left. So as long as I'm right to the right of the bucket, I'm fine. Now, I forgot, I just picked up the bucket, so I got to recheck it. Duh. Yeah, we got it right still. I got to mark this spot so I know where that bucket goes. Yeah, number 2, folks. Number 2. Gorgeous guy, folks. Beautiful. Very bright colors on this one. Didn't like it. He knew that coming out of his mouth, and he wants back in the water right now. Give me a break, buddy. Just a second till I can get you on feed, and then you can go back home, and you can do drum things, whatever drum do. Gorgeous fish, folks. Beautiful. Gotta love it, my friends. Nice, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. You did it. There's a bite on that one. Checking on it. Got it, folks. And yep, of course, I think it, again with these carp, these big ones hitting my small rod. That's good, whatever it is. Having trouble keeping his head up. Oh, that's fighting whatever she is. Yeah, I'm gonna wear this Ozark Trails rod out fast. I'm fighting like a grass carp. So, I'm more like a common carp. The way those runs are, either that or one big old drum. Actually, no, it could be a big old buffalo for a drawn. It sure doesn't feel like a grass carp. Head up. Get your head up. Oh, just a massive drum. Yeah, that's a big freshwater. Yeah, you guys know how I tackle these guys, 3 and 4 pounders. No problem. That's an 8 or 10 pounder. Yeah, this is probably a 10-pound freshwater drum. And I didn't think she was fighting like a carp. Yeah, it's just a gobble of red worms too. Oh, that's a solid 8 or 10 for sure. Got a big old barge coming up the river. Come on, big guy. Just sliding this up the current. That's a big freshwater carp, folks. That's a solid 10. Oh man, I gotta do weight on this fish. Man, it's a big drum when you have to weight. Oh yeah, that's a brute, folks. Yeah, that is a, oh man. Yeah, that's a 15 easy, folks. Yeah, look how fat this fish is. Sheesh. That is a river monster freshwater drum, folks. That is just a massive, massive drum. And we're gonna do a weight on this fish, folks. Sheesh. Ah, look at the size of that freshwater drum. Man. Where's my scale at, folks? We're gonna get a weight on this fish. Stay there, buddy. I think it's in my my camera bag. Yep, there it is. Yeah, we gotta get a weight on this fish, folks. Gotta be a big drum for me to weigh it. And this is a monster. I'm having a hard time even getting this into this fish's jaw. Ah. Alright, she's not set right. Do that one more time. Again, she's not set right. She's 0.03. This is big. Alright, she's bouncing. Bouncing. Alright. So that's 11.04 pounds. We're gonna wash her off, folks, so I can give you guys a beautiful view of this fish. Yeah, that is a big freshwater drum, folks. That is just a monster. Look at the belly on that fish. That fish has probably got 3 pounds worth of eggs in its belly. Either that or she just ate for the last week. Check out her belly, folks. And that is just one big fish, folks. That's gonna be our thumbnail for today. Beautiful fish, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wake up, girl. Mom. Wake up. Give her a second. Yeah, she's so big, she's having trouble getting out of this. There she goes. There she goes, folks. Come on, girl. Yeah, good. She was so big, she couldn't get out of the shallows. Yeah, that was a big freshwater drum, folks. That was a massive fish, folks. See 50 people in, 39 thumbs up, awesome, folks. See Subi, how you doing? She says good afternoon. See Miss Gay, Subi says hello, and Chris, what's going on? How you doing today, Chris? Man, that was a big one, folks. I would like to have had that one on my big rod, but coming to go. Back out here. Get all the rod back out there. That's cat. That cat. All right. Yeah, we need to do a weight on a drum. It's got to be a big one. That was just over 11 pounds. That fish probably had 2 pounds worth of eggs in her belly, so I want to get that fish back in quick. I'd like to have had her out of water a little bit, show you guys off a little bit more, but no sense risking that fish's life over a couple extra photos. As long as you guys get to see him and I get to fight him, let him go back and grow and keep on doing drum things. Whatever drum things do. What do drum do? Does anyone know what drum does? Oh man. Dang it. It's popping pretty good. Having trouble keeping it up with it, folks. Yeah, there's our line. We want to make sure our bucket stays right there. That way I know where the camera feed is. That is really getting on my nerves, folks, having to go through my own live feed and get frustrated that I don't have it exactly in the middle of the camera. I try to get her in there. I try to get her pretty good for you guys, but I don't always succeed, I'm afraid. Especially with the really big ones, because I'm more apt to worry about breaking my butt trying to get that fish up. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends. You're down here on the mighty muddy Mississippi River. Already caught, let's see, 3 big freshwater drums so far today. Got 2 on this one and 1 on that one. Come on, big old carpies. Come Oh, big catfish. I don't mind catching the drum, but it's nice to catch some below that. That was a big drum, folks. That was a big one. Alright, now we're back. Let's get back to that chat, folks, and see what's going on. Back off. I hate it when it does that. I'm right in the middle of it. I've got everything set. Man, that's it fast. Oh, I got him. He was running in with it. Dang it. Man, these guys are fired up today, folks. They are fired up. Gotta use my backup link to get to the thing. Backed up. Reset my spotted chat. Alright, that's back. Where was I in the chat? I think I was wrapped. There. Where were we, folks? Man, I hate it when I'm right in the middle of chat and these cell phones back off of the live stream and I have to reset everything. Try to find my spot. Yeah, we are already past where I can go. So this looks like Chris. Chris is Texan. Yeah. And see, post what's going on. How you doing, my friend? See, whatever says, good gar bait. Freshwater drum are okay for bait. But in honesty, if you're gonna go for gar, actually just old chicken breast works just as good. It's a lot easier to get as well. That line was up on the slack. I don't know what the heck is wrong with that. It's like going slack every 5 seconds there. I saw him. As soon as I turned my back. As soon as I turned my back, folks, he hit it. I'm still hitting it too. Probably sitting there chewing on it right now. Well, got the majority of the bait off. Got him, folks. Got him. That's bigger. Oh, pulled off. Look at that. Big old grass carp come to the surface. Man. Oh. Dang it. Yeah, I didn't. Tell you what, I see what's wrong right now. Yep. This stupid hook. Great eagle claw hook. The dang thing, the very tips of them bend. And that will dull your hook set. Even with that big rod, I couldn't penetrate that hook. They're the only good cat hooks I can get around the city. Tell you what, it might be time to change this hook. Assuming I know where my tackle is. Only taking a split second to retie this hook. Now, where's my crud here? That's in the other bag. Where is the other bag? Where is that other bag? There's the. Oh, there it is. I see it now. I gotta put a new hook on, folks. This one's had it. look like we have any more of those things. You're kidding me. You know how to. I just bought a pack of those things too. Oh man. No, that's gonna slow down the work. Crap. Well, that's gonna slow down the work, folks. I'm gonna have to take my time a little bit on this. That one I should have had. That hook is tough. It's very tippy. It's still bent right there. I can feel the tip of that hook. When I push against that side, I can feel a little groove resistance against it in that direction. Should be okay now. And that was a big one, folks. We had him on, but he popped off. That'll also happen too sometimes. You don't get a hook into them. They got such soft, rubbery mouths. Sometimes that hook will come off on you. Oh well. Sorry about neglecting you guys' chat a couple minutes. I'm working on it here. These guys are fired up today. And I wasn't hitting very hard. It was just slightly pecking on it. I thought it was like a little drum or something. And apparently it wasn't. Another big old grass carp. Had it right up to the surface too. Back out. This one was pretty much ready to go. I just had to kind of finish doing that, and then I can get that back. Dude, seriously? Did you see that? He tried to get it in. Little stinker? Yeah, that time he totally bent it. Yeah, that time he just totally bent that hook out. All right, I'm gonna have to get a better hook. That one's shot. Even the doubling of that rod, she bent that hook out. This one's gonna take me a plug minute to find a good hook, because apparently I'm out of the ones I had situated in the side. So let me dig through here. Hopefully I can find one on the top, like that. Yeah, that's right, folks. All right. We got lucky. That's a used hook, but it also hasn't been bent. This is one I was using for catfish up at Fairgrounds Park. Yeah, that one just grabbed it. As soon as that sucker hit the bottom, it just took off with it. That stick stopped that from going in. She just about pulled the stick right off the bank, out of the ground. Put a couple extra rocks on that sucker. This one rock I got was green. There. Man. Yeah, that one probably tried to get her in, folks. She grabbed her and ran with it. Wasn't gonna give up. Double that, bent that hook out. I thought that hook was shot. I was just hoping it wasn't that shot. But oh well. Yeah, that one just bent the hook out. That time that was had to get a hook into that one, and that one just freaking doubled it. The weight of the rod bent that hook out. They don't make hooks small enough to hook these fish that are tough enough that they're not going to bend. Use too big a hook and they're just going to, yeah, they're going to ignore or they're going to spit it out. Oh, dear. Man, they are right over there, folks. There. I'm hitting in front of something that he don't like it. That's something big. He don't know I got a better hook on this time. Every time I get over there, he pops it. That current's ripping me to the left. Now she's ripping to the right. I'm already hitting it. That sucker. Sometimes these guys can be really aggressive. They can pick up a bait as soon as it hits the bottom. We're trying, folks. We're working on it. No snag there. No snag on. Bob here. Rip me down. Right. Thanks for that. Oh, something there. There is a truck out in front of me. Literally a truck. Could have bounced it. And that's why I'm just not stay tight over here. No matter which direction I put it straight out, it goes in. I put it goes in, it goes in. Always a little hectic down here the first little bit into the live feed, folks. It can be hard to keep up with these guys. The line's disseminating. One right about there. Dip's just stabilized right there. That's where they've been setting. All right, folks. I think we're stabilized for now. Let's see if we can get back to that chat. Let's see, post, Mrs. Let's see, Mrs. Amins. Davis, what's going on? How you doing, Davis? Davis says, yay, yay. Let's see, Chris says, it's a workout today. Yep, definitely. Let's see, 40 people in and 56 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see, Chris says, hi, Chris. Let's see, Justin, what's going on? How you doing today, Justin? Justin says hi. Let's see, Shelly. How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, with the way they're biting, folks, I might not have 100 worms. Might not be enough to fish the whole day. These guys are not playing around. I need to stabilize before I put her down. I'm tired of that stuff going slack for 5 minutes after I cast her. back and do that again. That is my tip. Grass or something. It says hi here. Let's see Dave, what's going on? How you doing, Dave? Dave says hi. Got it. Nice. Got it that time. Yeah, that's big. Man, I just wrapped it. We got it that time, folks. It took us 3 times to hook that fish, but we got him. Yeah, it takes some power to bend this rod over. Right into the bank. What do we got, folks? Big grass carp. Big one, folks. 8 or 10 pounds, easy. Bite on another rod, too. Man. If I can get this fish in here for you guys. Oh, popped off. Hooks are bending. Yeah, these hooks are literally bending on me. Yeah, these are number 8s, so they're pretty big hooks. I don't have anything bigger than this. I literally don't have anything bigger than this. These are my catfish hooks. I land 20, 30 pound food cat on these things. Dang it. I've got no bigger hooks. I really don't. I mean, I'd have to go to a bass hook. And I'd have to cut one off with one of my bass lures to get a bigger hook. Man, I suppose I could put a treble hook on. I don't know if a treble hook could even hold these things. Oh. That's another hook bent out. I mean, I don't know. Don't know, folks. That is a super heavy duty hook here. And this is one of my old school ones. I don't even know if I can get this trimmed with something other. It's got some crap on it. Let's see, folks. I'm working on it, guys. I got to do something. I got to get a better hook on here because those guys are just too big for. They're too wild up today. Let's see if I can get the crap off of this. This is a steelhead hook I found. Assuming I can get this thing, because people like to super glue those things. Yep, this is super glue to it. Try burning it off. Landing those for days on those things, and they haven't been doing that. Today they're just hitting her too hard. They're doubling those rods so quickly, I have no time to compensate, and they're bending those hooks out on me. Yeah, we're getting her cleaned off here. all this run off here. I don't want to use a knife because I'm going to wind up cutting my finger off if I do. Get that up that hook as much as I can before I tie her on there. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't think they'd be doubling that rod over so hard that the hooks I've got are just, even those heavy-duty cat hooks from Eagle Claw, they're just bending. And those hooks are so dang, yeah, this one's so thick I can't even bend this one at all by hand. Hopefully this one will hold if I can get this stupid stuff off of it. My lighter. Probably in my backpack. We're trying, folks. I compensate by doing something I usually don't do down here, like having to do something like this while I'm fishing. The only problem with trying to burn this stuff off is a lot of the times the hook will heat up. Burn your hand while you're trying to get it off. That's getting it off. I don't even want to put this on the feed, folks, because the lighter I don't like putting any type of flame or anything on the live feed because YouTube doesn't like anything like that. Ouch. This thing was hot. I think we about got her clean. Hopefully that'll work. Someone super glued all that stuff onto there. Yeah, this is the biggest hook I've got, folks. This is a size bigger than the last one I was using. Assuming I can tie a hook on it on this thing, because this is such a big hook that yeah, at least it wasn't a big old catfish or something, right, folks? That would have kind of gotten to me if it was a big old catfish. All right, we're back, folks. There's a big old night crawler. Honestly, I wasn't even using night crawlers there. They didn't care. I was using red worms. Usually those big old grass carp are a little more, you know, resistant to hitting something like a red worm and stuff, unless you gob it on there so much. And I didn't bother gobbing it on there. He was hitting it without it. Yeah, this is the biggest hook I got, folks. If I bend this one out, I'm going to be surprised because I'm not going to be able to bend it back. Got that one into the shoreline at least. At least you guys got to see her. Just when I was starting to think about getting her in here, that hook just fell out because she bent out. Alright, folks, I'm sorry we've had like 3 of them on and couldn't keep them on because we're supposed to get a bending out of them. Hey, what's going on? Let me try out cast out a little bit deeper. Let's try just a little bit deeper out there. Hopefully we can keep them on this time, folks. That's the biggest hook I've got. That's a number, I think that's a number 2. No, any bigger than go 1/0. If I put a bigger hook on, it'd be a 1/0. Then you go to 2/0, 3/0, 4/0. Those are some big hooks. Like 4/0 hooks are something you use for like shark. Hook, massive hook. That's like that big. 2/0 is 2 inches long. That got me a little frustrated there, folks. Three of those big ones on. Lifting this rod could be a workout in itself, guys. Like MBP, you can't land me on that big rod. I'm just gonna keep bending your hooks out. What I tell you about sometimes using big equipment down here, folks, it doesn't matter, something's gonna give. Either your line, your hook, your weights, something's gonna break. There's gonna be something. Where are we? I see 18 people still and seeing 62 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. And I gotta go way back here and chat again because we reset again. The Dojo Master, what's going on? How you doing, Dojo Master? So I said, yeah, when I got ready, I gave him my ugly stick with a quantum reel. Always happy to help a future fisherman. Got that hook into that fish. Got that hook into that fish, folks. Let's see if we can keep this one 10. Another big grass carp, folks. Let's see if we can keep her 10. This is the biggest hook I got. This is a number 2. This is that one goes 7 or 8 pounds. I'm a massive fish. Good one now. Grass carp. Big old grass carp, folks. And this could go about 8 or 7 or 8 pounds. These guys don't like to give up. got him. We got him, folks. We finally landed one of these brutes. Took us a plug minute. We had to get the biggest hook in our bag because these guys are hitting so hard. They were bending our hooks out. Beautiful fish, folks. Yeah, that'll go about 7 or 8 pounds. That's a nice healthy male. Gorgeous fish, folks. It looks like he's puking up Kool-Aid. It's interesting. Gorgeous fish, folks. Gotta love it, my friends. We finally landed one of these brutes. We had to go up to the biggest hooks in our bag. Ah. There we go, folks. That's an awesome thumbnail there. Gotta love it, my friends. Ah, girl. Yeah. Thank you. Other direction, dummy. Other direction. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Man, those guys fight, folks. I finally had to upgrade, put the biggest hook I had in my box. I literally had to cut that one off a bass lure. I don't even own any hooks in the 1-aught, 2-aught range. Well, catfish are carp hooks anyways. Finally got one of those brutes in. We got plenty of ones. We're gonna have to start using smaller ones. Yeah, this hook is almost so big I can't even get the smaller ones on. Guys, we're enjoying the show. So far, we've caught let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 big freshwater drum, and we landed one big grass carp, and we've missed about 3 others. At least 3 others, in fact. Had 3 of them hooked up real quick, and they bent the hooks out. Even when I tried to take the time, fight them a little bit more, they're hitting the rod so hard. They're doubling those rods. They're bending out hooks that are catfish hooks. They're massive hooks. These aren't tiny hooks. Who says these guys don't fight? Alright, let's get back in the chat. See what's going on. Sorry it's taking me so long to get into the chat, folks. I apologize. The master says, see Ronnie, what's going on? How you doing, Ronnie? He says, hello, everyone. Soul says, absolutely, Dojo. Soul says, Ron. Ed says, Ronyo. Danny says, hi, Ronyo. This one's not getting any bites out there deep. There's nothing out there deep. Oddly enough, I'm not getting any bites out there deep. We're always within a few feet of the bank. Drop in temperature out here, folks. I might have to put my jacket back on. Not my jacket, my sweatshirt. Our sun is think it's about officially over for the evening. Let me go get my sweatshirt right here. My sweatshirt right here, folks. It's getting a little cooler out here as the day goes on. Well, I'm upset by the big rod. They pulled it in on most of them. They pulled it in on most of them. Multiple times. Whoa, buddy, whoa. Hold off. Man. Hopefully our hook didn't bend that time. No, hook didn't bend. It popped off on us. Now that will happen. That was another big one, folks. Really lightly pecking on it. Got me while I was putting my jacket on, danggummit. I think I could put anything down here right now and they'd hit it. They're that aggressive. Yeah, that time she just popped out. I mean, that will happen with those carp. They got very soft, rubbery mouths. You try to double that rod over sometimes. You gotta let them play it out. Hard to do it on this big rod. I really need to put this on like a little smaller rod, not much. Medium depth. This big cat rod is more like for stopping that 100-pound blue cat with. Massive rod. Back. Back in chat. See 23 people in, 68 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Dodo says, sorry, I hope it sticks with them. He seems very interested in it. Oh yeah, they're hitting all the time. It's hard to keep these suckers hooked. Some big guys down here. Let's see George, what's going on? How you doing, George? Let's see, what state are you in? This is St. Louis, Missouri. On the mighty, muddy Mississippi River. Let's see, how's it going? Yep, Ed's got it right. Missouri. Soul says, welcome in, everyone. Yep, please like and subscribe. Only takes a second, my friends. I'm in Pennsylvania. My river's down the road from my house. Got some cats in it. Sounds fun to me. Cool. Dodo says, even the trout now I just catch and release. Yeah, pretty much the same thing, unless someone, a friend of mine's down here or something, doing a fish fry or something. I'll give a couple of fish away once in a while. Jonathan, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? It says he's from Italy.
What's your YouTube channel?
MBP Fishing. MB's and boy, Peace and Paul Fishing.
MBP?
Yep. Dan says, I smell better now. What'd I miss? Oh yeah, you took a shower. I forgot. Dan's laughing his butt off. Dan says, hey, how's it going? Doing okay. We've caught three big freshwater drums. Got that one. all my lighter stuff. Oh, whoa, whoa, dude, whoa. Another nice freshwater trout. That's our fourth of the day. Yeah, this light stuff will get him every time. Yeah, I'm almost too big. I can't lift it with the 6-pound test. Yeah, they like our garden variety worms, folks, don't they? Another nice one, folks. That's four big freshwater drum and a big old grass carp so far. We've had like 4 of those big grass carp hooked, and they pulled off too. Beautiful guy, folks. Yeah, I gotta keep my eye on this big rock because they keep trying to pull it in. Yeah, they don't like it. They do not like it. Yeah, the Mississippi River wants to take that rod from me. He keeps trying. Beautiful fish, folks. My buddy. See you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's rod back out. Get back to the chat. Yeah, I've got about 100 worms in here, so we should be okay for a while. I'm gonna have to buy some heavier, stouter hooks. These guys are bending them out on that big cat rod. I had to go to one of my bass hooks. I literally had to go one of the biggest hooks in my entire box. Out, settle. All right, settle. Not when you're gonna bite that time. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. See 31 people in. Let's see, 71 thumbs up. Incredible, my friends. It says fish on. Dan says it happened to persevere, my friend. Let's see, Kim, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Tim Teamer. Tim Teamer says hi. I'm trying to get my wife happy. It's saving people. It's not a taste, and it won't come. Can't, but I have a plan. Alright, I got you. Saltwater, what's going on? How you doing, Saltwater? Saltwater says hi. Bro, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Why loosening the drag a hair? The drag is pretty much as loose as it'll go. It's just that rod is just so heavy duty. I can land like maybe 2 or 3 carp on those hooks before they start bending out. And those are heavy duty cat hooks. See Ferg, what's going on? How you doing, Ferg? This is MBP in chat. Check it out. Every time I set the hook, see that? Very easy. Oh, it's on there. Okay, he was sitting there with it. Yeah, he was sitting there with it, folks. I got that drag set pretty loose. Yeah, I don't think that's a crest hook. I'm not sure what that is yet. Not grasping its head like the other one. Got flathead. Flathead catfish, folks. Come on, big guy. Oh, that's a nice flathead. Ah, we got him. Flathead catfish, folks. Yeah, I go about 7 or 8 pounds. Yeah, Yeah. The thought occurred to me, but it's a little small. These things get over 100 pounds. Really. Get one about maybe 10, a couple more pounds bigger than that. I definitely think about keeping them. Yep, our flathead catfish, folks. That's about 7 or 8 pounds. Beautiful guy, folks. I told you there's gonna be some flathead down here in this cove. You guys don't believe me until I catch one. Boy, that's a fat boy too. That is a fat flathead catfish. Beautiful guy, folks. I love it, my friends. Alright, buddy. Fat. See me in about 3 years, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. And we finally got a big cat. That wasn't a monster cat on our cat rod, but definitely a catfish. I sure like to get one about 2 or 3 times that size. We got a good hook now, folks. Yeah, this is a nice stout hook. This one's not going to be bending anytime soon. Because when I went, yeah, it's not moving. Now it's just on a couple more redworm, folks. This goes to show you don't need big bait to catch big fish. I'm 100% confident that none of those other fish that I had on were flathead. You could tell the moment I set that hook that wasn't a grass carp. He was not thrashing his head like those grassies do. That's one of the reasons why they bend hooks out so easily, because they'll thrash with 30, 40 pounds worth of pressure, and it's either going to snap a hook or it's going to bend it out. Hey, now if I can just get one about double that size, man, I've got some good eating. I haven't gotten a good maybe 15, 20 pound flathead in a while. First one of those I usually keep and bring those home for fillets, and then I'll let them go the rest of the year. 20 pound flathead, like I take a pound of catfish fillets out, I want to eat them. Heck, that'll last me the entire year. Catch and release the rest of them, right? Cat. We're gonna give it a shot. We caught a flatty, folks. We caught a flatty. Let's get that stuff off real quick. Ranyo, let's see, Doja. Everyone is chatting. Awesome, folks. Get the Missouri River. We're down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River, folks. See, Ed says they fun to catch and release. Those big grassies, they're definitely fun to catch and release. And I will keep a good flathead. You know, I keep one a year, about 10, 15 pounds, whatever. And I'll use that one fish, and I'll get catfish nuggets off of it the entire year. And like a pound of, I might only eat like catfish maybe once or twice a month, so that's all I need. Heck, about a pound of catfish fillets. That's a lot of freaking fish fillets. You talk about a 15-pound flathead, that's 15 pounds worth of good catfish nuggets out of that fish. Remember our last spot down there in Cove? We were getting some nice channel and stuff down here. It seems like there's more like blue cat and flathead. It's interesting. Always is interesting, my friends. We got the stuff here. Let's see Dan. Let's see Ed. Let's see 27 people in, 76 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see Dan. Saltwater. Yeah, we got messed up here. Let's see Red Bull. What's going on? How you doing, Red Bull? Let's see Princesses. Hope everyone is having a great and wonderful day. Let's see Tucker. What's going on? How you doing, Tucker? He says, what's up? Lucy, what's going on? How you doing, Lucy? Lucy says hi, all. Yeah, we finally got caught and figured out where we were in chat. Let's see Bird, let's see hi, Princess. Danny says hi, Bird. Rebel says, hope everyone is doing good. Trucker says, hey, hey, big dog. It says, hey, Bull. Let's see Luigi, what's going on? How you doing, Luigi? Luigi says hi. Let's see Ranyo says, Birdman, yo. Says, man, everyone. Let's see again, John C. What's going on? How you doing today, my friend? John C. says, let's see, hi, Mike. Danny says, hi, John C. Danny says, looks warm again. It's about, it's close to 70. Yeah, it was better when the sun was down here. Now it's getting a little cool. Let's see, John C. says, hi, Danny. Let's see, Dan says, thank you, Solo, and you're a blessed day. Bambi, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Bambi says he's in 63rd. Man, why that back in chat? Luigi says Luigi 236. Emerald says fish on. Bambi says boo yay. Emerald says was. And so Danny says time for a big one. I already caught one over. I've caught 3 fish, pretty much over 10 pounds, Danny. Jeez. See Dirty 30, what's going on? How you doing, Dirty 30? He says MVP the legend. Let's see Care Bear, what's going on? How you doing, Care Bear? Let's see, we've had 3 big grass carp on the big rod. We've landed one and we've got a nice flathead today so far. Given, let's see, Seth Johnson, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Haven't seen you in a while. Say I was checking in. Say Danny, see 30 says Seth. He says Seth, you got the last wrench of the day. Thanks, Danny. Let's see, Danny says hi. See if Ricky what's going on. Ricky says I see you. Hey Ricky, that's you, right? Oh, okay. Radio, what's going on? How you doing, Radio? Radio says hi. Radio. No left, no thrills. Hi, Maddie. And he says, hi, brother. See you, Mr. Morris. So Radio says, hey, everyone in group, and I hope you're having a great day. Says, what's up, Maddie? Caught up with Cat here. He says, nice fish. 27 people still in it. 78 thumbs up. Whatever that symbol is says hi. How you doing? Danny says Lucy. Danny says, then you are blue. Yeah, this water's dropped quite a bit since I got here. We're dropping right now, folks. See, Alberto, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Alberto says, dropping in and dropping me on like button. Alberto says hi. Seth says, hey, Alberto. Okay, 21 people in and 78. Thumbs up, awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. It looks like something cleaned that bait off, dude. Again, that always happens, folks. I don't get a bite on her for a few minutes, chances are all that bait's gone. Where's our spot here? And that shows me where my line is for our camera feed. So how hard do you think to keep that camera, keep yourself into that camera feed? it. I just happened to take a cast and that fish came up exactly where I was going to hit it. I knew it. That I saw the fish come up while the line was going out. I was like, that's exactly where I'm going to land. It's always a little hectic with me on the start of my feeds, folks. Obviously, because I'm trying to get everything situated and get everything ready, and then the fish start trying to pull me in. Yeah, these fish trying to pull me in again, guys. Back. Right over. Got an unusual current in this spot, folks. The back current right here goes this way, right? The main current goes that way, and then you got another back current out there further, and then you got the main current out way out there. So you got like 3 or 4 separate currents going around you. And this one code. If you don't hold your rod up slightly, you'll wind up getting pulled by one or the other. You'll get pulled off the spot. See if I can get some bait right here. Guys, yeah, that corner's starting to get a little edge. A little on the edge. After a while, that stuff starts smelling a little. Yeah. Once your corn starts getting slimy, folks, it's time to throw it away, give it to the fish, and buy a new can of corn. You can't really keep that stuff in your ice box. It'll suck up all the smells and tastes from your ice box, and then it'll taste like something that's not corn. I've got all that worm off again. That was a brand new knife ball. Hooked on really good too. Big old knife ball, hooked on really good. She got almost all that off, and I barely even saw it move. Put that drifting on that rod. Drift it down to the left again. Might be hitting it. That is dripping in the current. Let me find out here. Sitting there with it. Snagged up. Crap. I'll probably be re-rigging this one, unfortunately. Because I think I know what I'm on. I don't think that's coming off. So we're going to put that down down here. Maybe something will pull it off for us. There's a log setting right here with a whole bunch of monofilament, and every time the water gets up high, the wind up being snagged on it. I go down there and cut all of it off, and the next time it goes up high, there's a whole bunch of monofilament back on it. Well, last time it was like 50 pounds worth of leader. Not leader, braid. Didn't it? Open full twice. Get it down there in that one spot. See, he's still trying to get it off. He's still trying to get it off over here. Come on there, folks. Step there with it. Come on, Bale. I didn't get a hook set to that one. Stupid Bale. That's why I stopped using this big reel too, is because sometimes that line will get stuck right there. And if you don't, think about it. Every single time you put that Bale over, didn't bend the hook out, so that's one aspect we didn't get. Got it past. Tell you what, I'm giving a lot of these big grass carp 4 mouths. And he's still pecking on that one, trying to get it off. On hitting it like that. See, I gotta make sure that line is right over that thing every time. Yeah, I could feel that. You could definitely feel that line moving when I was pulling it in. Take me a plug minute to retie. I could just put on a jig head crawler on this one. I have to take it off on the rod. That's probably our best bet for not getting that stupid. We're right on the edge where the current is pulling in the other direction. You know what, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just leave it on this one. Alright, just leave it on this one. This is a little heavier line. It doesn't cast quite as far, it's a little low on line. It'll work. Let's have a little piece of a worm on there. It's right up here in my one. I think we're just a little big head crawler today. It's a lot more difficult to get snagged and comes off a lot better. With that jig head, I can move through a lot of those jobs, like monofilament crap. People get snagged out here. Not one snag that does it. When you get snagged in a spot and you cast back to that spot, you get snagged again, cast back to that spot, get snagged again and again and again. And eventually you've just got a big old gob of monofilament. Monofilament or braid or whatever someone's using. I tried times I was hitting bites and we're hitting it just as I was about ready to pick it up. I'm curious to see if they were actually chasing bait. If they're doing that, I might be able to bite on that one. Really? Take my time, Michael. It's the first bite on that one. I'm a little frustrated today, folks. I've had 5 or 6 of those big ones on and missed them. At least 5 of those big ones today. I've had 5 of those big ones on and missed them. Looks like we're getting both rods back out. Mine goes black immediately in the water too. And then kind of a back contact. Adversely affecting this big rod. It's more designed for main current situations rather than back current. How else I'm supposed to set the hook? I mean, if I don't set that hook fast, let it go the majority of the time because that hook is so big that they feel it spit out. I'd have to stick with the wider gear getting these guys. When you get them on the bigger stuff, you can't really land them because they'll bend your hooks out. So I think we're back to on tap. Roberto, it's Radio, it's your user, what's going on? How you doing, user? User says hi. Seeing Joshua, what's going on? How you doing, Joshua? Joshua says hi. Seeing Tommy, what's going on? It says evening and cool. Add another one there. They're feeling this big hook and they're moving it very lightly to the edge of their mouth. They don't want to push it into their mouth. Got one where I've got it pinned deep enough into its mouth where it's big. Tommy says Seth. See, Dan says Tommy. He says Dan. John P, what's going on? How you doing, John P? He with the prayers and the heart emoji. Seth. John P says Danny. Might not be landing many of these big guys, but I'm getting them hooked. And I'm bringing a lot of them to the surface, too. 18 incredible people still in it. Seeing 84 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Line slack. Got him. I'll pull off again. See? No, he's still on there. He's running with it. He's still on there. He's running with it. He's running fast. Yeah, that fish is running. Oh, yeah, that's a big one, folks. You get a hook into one of these guys, they just start twisting and turning, and eventually they'll get themselves tied up in the line. See that? Bouncing off the top 4%. That's a solid 8 or 10. Done? I think it's done. Done? Is he done? Nope. Done yet. Done yet. Not done yet. All bets on when this fish is going to give up. Probably never, to be honest. These guys don't like to quit. Yep, just right on the tip of the mouth again. Right on the tip of the lip again. Oh yeah, that's about 8 or 10. Another nice one, folks. Gorgeous fish, folks. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Sand claps underneath me. Another big guy. Check him in here close, folks. He's talking to you guys. Like and subscribe. Only takes a second. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really? Alright. Get you back in the water, buddy. See ya. Go hit someone else's rod now. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. When I get a hook into them, I like barely had them right past the lip. When I get a hook into them, they stay on the bigger hook. But they just do not like the bigger hook. You can see that one. I was feeling it. He was going, tweet. He was picking it up and dropping it. He literally was, I was feeling him going, did it, and drop, did it, and drop. And finally he went, did, and I set the hook. That's two of those big guys we find. Two or three. Yeah, that's our third actually we landed. We've landed 3 now. it's not that bad. 3 of those big, and I think it's 5 freshwater drums. So we're inching our way towards that, that double digits. Double digits and way over double digits already in weight. Because one of those drum was well in excess of over 10 pounds. I'm getting a little peck bite on this one too. And that one's just messing with it though. Alright, she's back. Back out again. Over that thing right there before I set her down. I'm just putting a little bit too much oomph in back against these guys too, folks. They got rather soft mouths. They got even softer mouths than your regular common carp. So if you pull too hard, you can rip the hook right out of their mouth too. Tommy, Danny, John says it's a keeper. John says I won half, Jiggy. Jiggity go, whatever. Dan says, on fire, Mike. Well done, man. Thank you, my friend. 20 people in it, see, and 86 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. John P says spices. John P says big hook. That was a... Saw that rod moving from the corner of my eye. Popped off. I thought she was still on there again. So when I'm setting the hook, these fish are coming straight at me. This hook is razor sharp, man. I don't need 1,000 on me. I don't need to get stung by one of those suckers. Stung by one of them guys. I saw that rod one from the corner of my eye. It says, where are you fishing at? Well, on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River, my friend. We're in St. Louis, Missouri. All benches for today have been given out. Next live stream, there will be 5 more benches to give out. Yeah, I'm trying to keep those numbers low for now, folks. We just did a purge, so I'm trying to keep those numbers down just a little bit for now. I need it to be just a hair. Right there. Awesome MVP. Love you the same, my brother. I said I'm just trying to keep those numbers down right now, folks. It's running. We got freshwater drum. All right. So that's our 6th freshwater drum. 6th freshwater drum and 3 flathead cat. Actually, we've broken into double digits now because I forgot we caught a nice like 8 or 10 pound flathead today. So let's see, 6 freshwater drum, 3 grass carp, and a flathead catfish. So yep, broken into the double digits. So folks, sorry. These guys are getting me a little exhausted. A little light of breath. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. That hit the same way as the stupid grass carp. Heck. How am I supposed to tell the difference? No worries about it, John C. John P. I'm just trying to keep those numbers down a little bit right now. When you do a purge, you really should keep your numbers down for a while at least. At least for a couple of days. Back. These guys are really active today, folks. They're really hitting stuff. But let me refresh this one. Yeah, eventually that drifts into the bank and it's gnawed at by a smaller fish. One slack on me. You can tell these bites because they're hitting so soft. Even these grass carp are pecking very lightly. Then they'll try to double it in and pull it in when you're not looking. They're very good at hitting the rod when you're not friggin' looking. Yeah, I wasn't able to get quite as many worms today. I was only able to get about 60, so we got a late feed today, folks. I know I got out here late, but all the stuff I've been doing around the house, trying to get everything bagged up and ready to move. It's hard to find any time to gotta pull off again. Man, you can't keep these hooks fish up. It takes some force to make that rod bend like that. Alright. Back. Probably should put on some dang corn and cast over there. The way these grass carp are so aggressive, you'll probably hit at anything you put near them. He hugs us. Says, good to see you. He says, previous giant fish MVP. He says, bless it, my brother. This day is going amazing. Yeah, it's going pretty good, my friend. It's 14 people in, 88 still. 88 thumbs up, folks. Yeah, at least I'm getting them a hook into them. I ain't landing them all, but. I could do that. I could move over just a hair, put this one rod to the right, try to get her as close as I can to the spot that she's over here. That way, try to get the strike zone, because I'm not getting any bites on this one yet. At the same time, it's just about the same distance. Grassy over here to the right, and over there to the left. We're holding over to the right. Yeah, should hold pretty much the same spot. I already got a stick set up. Oh, pop. I saw him pop. Probably got in his mouth. There. But got to worry that worm off, nevertheless. Worry that worm off. You guys are enjoying the show today. These guys' hooks seems to be a bit of a hassle today. I honestly think these guys might be in here nesting up. They're all like laying their eggs, so they're attacking food. They're not really eating it. So they're grabbing it and they're mouthing it rather than actually hitting that bait enough for me to hook them. Usually I hook them on the inside of the mouth. Today I've just been hooking them right on the very tip of the spit. Even that last one was hooked very, very lightly. Like it back there. Still a little bit too. I said those sticks. Going on a tap. 12 people in, 90 pounds up. We're still getting some monsters, JP. John P. I'm just trying to keep those numbers down for now. I'll start keeping the wrenches out. Time passes. We just did a purge yesterday. I mean, that was our first live stream ever. So those numbers are a little low. Rivers, what's going on? How you doing, Rivers? Versus doing any good? Let's see, we've caught 3 nice grass carp, 6 drum, and a nice flathead catfish so far. That flathead was about 7-8 pounds. It wasn't quite over the 10-pound range. Definitely a good size. The river says wheat. I see him pecking on it over there. Every once in a while, I see that Bible. What I'm going to have to do when I go home is I'm going to have to put some new line on my medium size. The light stuff is just a little bit too, like 6-pound test on a 15-pound grass carp is a little bit too light. Now this stuff over here seems to be just a little bit too heavy. So, kind of like, it needs something in between. Danny says, Mike, I'm off to bed, brother. All right, Danny, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it, buddy. Let's see, Sleep well, dude. Yep, don't let the bed bugs bite. Have a good night. Night. Buddy. He says Danny. Okay. So 8 people still in a 91 thumbs up. Awesome. Slack over here. I don't know why that line is going slack. It's in the current. It's going that way. Oh, right. Right spot. Right. Yeah. Nope. Cast. That bait's between off this one for the most part. Slack before you even get coming up. Come on, you shouldn't be slack. Okay. Settle. Honestly, you can cast that right up the middle here. First, 5. Cast it right about not there. Where it's hitting it. Edmund, what's going on? How you doing, Edmund? Edmund said hi. Edmund said hi. How you doing, Sag? What's up? Out here, folks, and I'll take a quick siesta with you guys on the ground over here. Giving up?
Yeah, I just had an hour to kill while waiting on my wife to get off work.
I don't have much time either today. I'm barely got maybe 2.5, 3 hours of that. I've had like 8 or 9 really big ones. Look, I think they're nesting up over here, which means they're not eating. They're trying to kill whatever's near them. I keep getting them hooked right on the edge of the lip. Pulling out. Plenty of fish down here.
Okay. You only got water, you got fish.
Yep. That's going to be tested for a one nice rock. And that one looks like she's it's okay. It's something small like a game or something right by the bang. Fish casting is out a little bit further than that. It'd be nice if I cast at 7 feet. Those 7 feet. There. A heart emoji. People in a 97 thumbs up. We're almost made the 100 barrier, folks. Almost made 100. Take a siesta over here. We've been setting for a while, so yeah, we've been standing for a while. We're gonna take a quick siesta. There's all my stuff here. Oh, there it is. Cheers. And don't worry, guys, I've got my eyes on them rods. Oh, Nick, close rod. Not popping it. What the heck that was? Pop, 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 pop. I might have finally good long enough. Well, need to move out. Hopped on. Got him, folks. Got him. What we got? Nice freshwater bomb. Awesome, folks. Still catching fish. So that's our 7th freshwater drum of the day. Fall off of this one like that too. I gotta continue on so everyone can see. So that's our 7th, folks. Number 7. Gorgeous fish, folks. Number 7. And keep my eye on that other rod. I love it. All right, buddy. And number 7. All right, buddy. See you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. 1% slack. Rod back out. I gotta figure out what's going on with my bigger rod. Say hi to it. The current's ripping misdirection and my line is slack. I didn't have a lot of time to dig bait today, folks. Figured I'd get out and do about a 2.5, 3 hour live stream, whatever the however long the bait lasted. I'm the majority of the way through them already. Any day you can come out and catch 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 fish in a couple hours. That's not bad. Not bad at all, folks. That's okay then. I'll clean that worm off. Now you're going to see a bite because the line keeps going slack every time I take a cast. Yeah, we'll be more prepared, better prepared on our next trip. We do still have corn. I mean, it's not like it's going to completely run out of bait. That'll work. Bottom. Good. Up. Good. Line needs to be tightened up a little bit. Looks okay, folks. Might put some corn on that close rod, see if there's anything like a big carp or something sitting around the bank, right by the bank. I don't know. Ow! Rock hit my foot. It stung. That's done. Let's see, Paul, what's going on? How you doing, Paul? Paul says, hey, Mike, how's it going, my friend? I'm doing okay. We've had like 5 big grass carp hooked and pulled off. We've also landed 3. We've got 1 nice flathead. Yeah, that flathead was like 7, 8 pounds, and 7 freshwater drums so far. Let's see, Dirty 30 says bait. Paul says, hope you catch a few big ones. I've caught a few big ones already, buddy. Yeah, one of those grass carp was over 15. Right on a close rod. Still some big ones over here too. I just gotta get it to hit. I just couldn't keep them hooked on our big rod today. They're hitting those tips of those bait very lightly. You see them? Up, up. Hitting it real lightly and they won't keep on hitting it. I can hook the majority of them. It's just with the big rod, I'm pulling that bait hook right out of their mouth. That big rod, you can keep them hooked, a lot of them. And a number of them are just picking it up and just sitting there with it. Oh, I'm about to clean that one off. We're gonna pop some corn on this one. Let's see if we can hook these suckers on some corn. I went to the biggest hook I had because I was bending the hooks out. This is a bass hook. I can't even bend this one with my hands at all. In fact, I can't even bend it with a pair of pliers. It's so dang tough. All right, we're going to try a little corn over here. I think I'm seeing where they move. Right over. Right about there. That's where they're hitting. One handful of corn out here. Wow. When you use corn, I better make sure they know that's down here to eat. Got a few worms, but I didn't have much time to dig bait today, folks. Really didn't. Dozen left of that. Alright, folks. Those are situated. The drag set very loose on that far rod. And she's mounted to the ground pretty good too. Let's see. How you doing, Nuts? That says, come on, fish. Let's see, Dan says, very consistent in catching fish, this guy. Let's see, Lucy with the heart emojis. Let's see, Jose, what's going on? How you doing, Jose? Jose, so the MVP, what's up? Doing okay, my friend. We've caught 3 big grass carp, 7 freshwater drum, and a nice flathead catfish today. And we've also had like 5 big grassies hooked and they pulled off. Let's see, Danny says, love the cats. Oh, God, I'm way off chat here. I just swiped her. Let's see, Lucy. Let's see, Jose. Jose says, hello, everyone in chat. Let's see, Jen says, hello, Jose. Let's see, 6 people still in and 102 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boy, where the heck is everything? Just boy. Yeah, we've got corn on that far rod right now. And our big rod, we've got some corn on. Where is it? I just put the cell phone right down on top of it. Duh. See, says, hello, Jose. Yeah, you see, they broke me down and I got a big rod, Seth. That's a 7'7" heavy duty crazy cat rod. And when I get a hook into one of them right, it's relatively easy to land those 15, 20 pound grass carp or common, or whatever fish I get down here. It's just a lot of the fish down here, they don't actually hit the baits hard enough to get them hooked very deeply. It's usually just hooked in the very edge of the mouth. Well, people in and 103 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see, Sis says, I saw that MVP. And cool. Mind you, it's a good catfish rod. I mean, it landed that flathead, that like 7 or 8 pound flathead. No problem at all. Once you get that hook into that catfish, like, yeah, because catfish, you got much tougher mouths than carp. Comes in pretty easy. But these carp are they're a little harder. Our picture looks pretty clear. I'm always trying to keep an eye on our picture, make sure everything's coming in nice and good. That's why I've got the backup device. That way I can see what you guys are seeing. So if it's crappy, I'll know if it's crappy, and then I can said crappiness. You'd think carp would go after. Oh, it was I don't know, close rod. That was on pretty much all corn except for a little bit of worm. Dirty 30 sent me that rod in the mail, and I finally matched her up with a pretty good cat rod deal. Might as well pick out my last couple worms in here. Put those on. It takes like 3 worms, these small worms, it takes like 3 of them at a time. I didn't have a lot of time to do this, I'm afraid. And they just don't want to hit the corn out there. I think the carp would hit the corn, but they don't want to do it. The worm out there, they hit it. The corn out there, and they turn their noses up. Now, they won't start hitting until you start throwing in corn for them. But then again, they won't hit it on a hook. Makes a lot of freaking sense, right? I see you. You're messing with it. Messing with it. Alright. Hopefully enough worm for did it. Trying to minimize the amount of worm I've got on. Back down, back. Stuff up there. Pretty good. Just takes a little more effort working with that big rod. See, 5 people still in, 103 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Trying to get one more on for you guys before I shut her down. We've been in about 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's a later stream than I usually do, folks. I do know that. I'm sure other people are on feed, and I'm kind of in the middle of their time slots. Oh, close rod. Got him, folks. Got him. Got him. Pretty good, whatever it is. 2.5 hours. I know it's a little late. I started a live feed a little later than normal. So that's our 8th freshwater drum of the day, folks. Number 8. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today, my friends. I just got a bigger one on, of course, but I'll take her. I'll take her, folks. She got all mucky. Get it cleaned off. There we go, folks. We can span. So 9 freshwater. 9 freshwater drum. Let's see. 3 big grass carp and a flathead today. All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciated. Yeah, I think we're gonna shut her down, folks. It's getting late in the day, and yeah, it's 4:30 here, so I got to get back to the house before before rush hour, because my scooter I don't like getting run over. Have you tried casting out by the bridge supports? Those bridge supports are in pretty fast-moving current. Now, you can fish behind that bridge support, but there's a tremendous amount of people that fish back there, so there's a massive amount of, line and snags and brush and other crud. Now, in front of it, it's only about maybe, well, at the water level we're at, it's only about maybe 3-4 feet deep. Yeah, they got a massive pile of rocks set up right in front of there. You can see it on my live streams. When the water was lower, you can see it. It is a good spot to fish further down there. It's a bite on a big rod. Bite on the big one. Popping it. Pop, pop. It's just super shallow on the front part of it. They got a rock ledge set right there, and right where I am, it drops off deeper here. So that's kind of where I'm fishing, is where that drop off is. I think it's a little fishy. I'm gonna give it to him. Let's see. Seth says, great show today. All right, thank you, my friend. Let's see, OMGs. Let's see, tight lines, buddy, and peace out. Yes, sir, my friend. Hope you enjoy your rest of your day, folks. I'm just gonna add my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Appreciate it. Thank you.